Hey guys, still awake? I bet you're snuggled up, cozy and comfy, ready to drift off, but what if I told you there's a world so deep and mysterious beneath the ocean that even the best of us get curious? Vast, dark waters where light can't reach, and secrets from another world quietly slumber. What do you think is really down there? Creatures that glow, ancient cities waiting to be found, or something even more mysterious? Stick around, because we're about to dive into some of the ocean's darkest secrets. Oh, and hey, where are you watching this from? Your bed, a comfy chair, or maybe tucked away somewhere special? Let me know in the comments. There's something truly fascinating about the ocean that not many of us realize. Every time we dive deeper, every time we go further into its darkness, new mysteries unfold. Imagine beneath the surface, there are creatures so strange that even science can't fully explain them. These creatures don't just survive, they thrive in extreme conditions where light can't reach and the temperature is near freezing. It's a completely different world where life exists in ways we can't even comprehend. One of the most remarkable examples is bioluminescent creatures, which can generate light in absolute darkness. Can you imagine that a tiny creature glowing like a star in the pitch-black ocean? And it's not just a faint glow either. Some creatures shine brightly enough to lure prey or warn predators. It's amazing how they use light as a survival tool. When we think about the ocean, most of us picture fish, coral reefs, and maybe a sea turtle or two. But did you know that beneath these familiar sights is an entirely different world? A world of bizarre creatures like the moonfish or deep-sea sharks, beings that live at depths no human has ever ventured to. What's even more fascinating is how these creatures have developed survival strategies that are beyond our imagination. Take the deep-sea sharks, for example, a shark that can live at depths of over 2,000 meters, where light is virtually non-existent. Picture a giant shark swimming in complete darkness, where there is no other life around it. Life here isn't about sunlight or beauty, it's about survival strength and resilience beyond belief. And then there are the mysteries that we've only just begun to uncover, like the ancient cities lying beneath the sea. Yes, you heard that right, sunken cities lost to time, but still existing under layers of ocean sand and silt. One famous example is the Egyptian city of Heraklion, a once thriving metropolis now submerged under the sea. Archaeologists have uncovered temples, statues, and everyday objects, making us wonder if the ocean covers everything. Can we ever fully understand these ancient civilizations, and can we grasp their grandeur through only the remnants they left behind? The ocean, like a treasure chest, holds these forgotten relics, and perhaps, just perhaps, it will reveal even more as we continue our exploration. Another fascinating aspect is the existence of creatures that can adapt their bodies to survive in the harshest environments. These fish and marine animals have learned to endure near freezing temperatures, total darkness, and immense pressure. Their bodies have developed extraordinary traits, such as the ability to survive in environments with almost no oxygen. Can you imagine that these creatures are like nature's miracles, living proof that life finds a way, no matter how extreme the conditions? They're the miracles we didn't expect, and they hide beneath the vast waters of the ocean. There are also parts of the ocean we've only just begun to explore, but these aren't just places for recreational diving or beach vacations. They are places that remain untouched, truly unexplored. The deep, dark parts of the ocean hold areas no one dares to approach, not because they're necessarily dangerous, but because they are just so mysterious. These deep trenches, places where strange creatures and odd structures remain undiscovered. They're areas that are yet to be explored, zones where if you were standing there, you'd feel the total isolation of the place, as if the rest of the world had disappeared and only you remain with the endless mystery. So why do we keep searching for these things? Is it because we're simply drawn to the unknown? Or is it because deep down, we crave to uncover the great mysteries of the universe? What we're searching for in the ocean isn't just life or valuable resources, it's the stories of the past, of civilizations lost, and creatures that existed long before we came onto the scene. All these secrets lie in wait, ready to be uncovered, and we, with our never-ending curiosity, will continue to search through the darkness of the ocean. As we continue our journey deeper into the ocean, imagine the vast, dark trenches so deep that they could easily swallow entire mountain ranges. These deep underwater chasms, such as the Mariana Trench, are not just geographical features, they are the very mysteries that the ocean holds tightly within its grasp. The Mariana Trench, for example, is the deepest known part of the world's oceans, plunging nearly 11 kilometers down into the Earth's crust. That's more than 36,000 feet deeper than Mount Everest is tall. Imagine that an abyss so profound, so unimaginable, that no light can ever penetrate it. The pressure down there is over 1,000 times greater than at sea level. It's a place where humans simply can't survive without specialized equipment. And yet in these depths, life not only exists, but thrives. Strange, almost alien-like creatures have adapted to these harsh conditions, evolving in ways that seem impossible. There are fish that are as transparent as glass creatures that use bioluminescence to light their way through the crushing darkness, and organisms that defy everything we thought we knew about survival. Some of them look so strange, so otherworldly, that if you saw them on land, you'd think they belonged to a sci-fi movie rather than a place we call home. It's as if the deep ocean holds an entirely separate realm of life, so distinct from the world we know that it might as well be from another planet. These creatures, adapted to extreme pressures and near-freezing temperatures, have developed the ability to survive in an environment that would crush or freeze anything not perfectly suited for it. Now, think about what else might be lurking in these vast underwater chasms. Imagine a place where no human has ever set foot, places so remote that the only thing left are the echoes of ancient oceans long buried beneath the surface. There are ancient creatures that have been living for millions of years, untouched by the passage of time, and possibly even civilizations that once thrived here, only to be swallowed whole by the depths. The idea that something could remain hidden for so long beneath the waves is mind-boggling. And yet the ocean is full of such secrets. The further we go, the more we realize that the ocean is much older than we are, and it remembers things we might never fully understand. But the ocean's mysteries don't stop at living creatures or lost worlds. Beneath the waves, there are also the remains of disasters, long past shipwrecks, sunken cities, and even entire civilizations, all buried under layers of sand and sediment. Take the Titanic, for instance. The ship that once sailed proudly across the Atlantic now rests in pieces more than 12,000 feet below the surface. It's a tragic story of human loss, but also a fascinating snapshot of history frozen in time. The wreckage is still there, preserved in the cold, dark waters where time seems to stand still. The ocean in its vastness keeps these memories alive, as though it holds on to the past like a guardian of forgotten tales. But the Titanic is just one of many. Each year, new shipwrecks are discovered in the deepest parts of the ocean, each with its own unique story. Who were these sailors? What did they experience before they met their fate? The ocean, it seems, is a giant time capsule, carefully storing these stories and waiting for the right moment to release them. And then there's the phenomenon known as the brine pools, submerged lakes beneath the ocean, where the water is so salty that nothing can live. These pockets of water, isolated and sealed off from the rest of the ocean, are filled with a high concentration of salt, making it nearly impossible for most marine life to survive. But oddly enough, life does exist there. It's the kind of life that seems to defy all logic. Organisms that somehow thrive in this extreme oxygen-deprived environment where everything else would perish. How do they survive? What kind of adaptations do they have to endure such harsh conditions? It's one of those mysteries that has scientists scratching their heads, trying to understand the mechanisms that allow life to flourish where no one expected it to. What's even more intriguing is that we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of these brine pools. Who knows how many more are out there, hidden beneath the ocean's layers, waiting to be discovered. The deeper we go, the more we uncover about these strange, isolated worlds within the ocean. Could there be entire ecosystems that exist in these salty waters, with life forms completely different from anything we know? The very thought of it is both terrifying and fascinating. It's as if the ocean is constantly reminding us that there's so much more to explore, so much more to understand. As we continue to explore, we realize that the ocean's greatest mystery might not be the creatures that live within it, or even the ancient shipwrecks and cities that lie beneath. The true mystery may be what the ocean is hiding from us. What else could be out there waiting just beyond our reach? Are there more sunken civilizations, more creatures we could never have imagined? What about the ancient forces, the untouched realms of the deep that have been there for millions of years? The ocean is a vast living museum of the planet's history, full of stories that are far from being fully told. Every time we think we know the ocean, we realize just how little we truly understand. And so we keep going. We dive deeper, explore further, and chase after the secrets the ocean refuses to give up. There's always something more to find, something more to learn. The ocean, with its vastness and mystery, will always be waiting for the next explorer, the next curious soul to dive into its depths. The adventure never ends. As we venture deeper into the unknown, let's talk about one of the most fascinating and perplexing aspects of the ocean, its ability to keep secrets that have been buried for centuries, even millennia. The ocean is a time capsule, one that holds remnants of the past stories of civilizations, cultures, and disasters that have long been forgotten by time. But unlike land-based ruins, these secrets aren't always easy to find. They lie buried beneath layers of silt, sand, and salt water, hidden in places no human has ever ventured. One of the most mind-blowing discoveries in recent years is the sunken city of Dwarka, off the coast of India. This city, mentioned in ancient Indian texts, was once a thriving metropolis that has now been submerged beneath the sea for thousands of years. In 2000, underwater archaeologists discovered the remains of what they believe to be Dwarka, an advanced city with massive stone structures and intricate carvings, all lying deep underwater, untouched for centuries. It's as if the city was waiting to be found, a forgotten piece of history preserved by the ocean's cool embrace. The idea that such an advanced civilization could have existed so long ago and now lies buried beneath the sea is a staggering thought. What did the people of Dwarka know that we don't? And how did they manage to build such a magnificent city in a time before modern technology? These questions, though unanswered, only add to the mystery that surrounds this lost city. But Dwarka isn't the only place hiding beneath the waves. All over the world, there are sunken cities, abandoned ships, and long-forgotten artifacts waiting to be discovered. The ocean is full of these historical gems, yet they remain largely untouched by human hands. In the Mediterranean, for instance, archaeologists have uncovered the sunken city of Thonis Heraklion, which was once a major port city in ancient Egypt. Its ruins, hidden beneath the waters for over 1,000 years, tell a story of a thriving civilization complete with temples, statues, and everyday objects that have been preserved for us to discover. But the ocean doesn't just preserve human history, it also hides natural wonders that seem impossible. Imagine giant underwater caves, vast networks of tunnels and caverns that stretch for miles deeper than we can explore with the technology we have today. There's a place in Mexico known as the Sistema Sac Actun, a massive underwater cave system that stretches over 350 kilometers. Some of these caves are so deep and remote that we can't even begin to fathom what might be hidden within them. Fossils of ancient creatures, ancient human remains, and who knows what else. The deeper we go, the more we realize that the ocean isn't just hiding cities or wrecks, it's hiding entire worlds beneath its surface. And then there are the mysterious underwater structures that have baffled scientists for decades. One example is the Yonaguni Monument off the coast of Japan. Discovered in 1985, it's a series of giant stone structures submerged in the ocean, with steps, terraces, and walls that look like they were carved by human hands. Some believe it's an ancient man-made structure, while others argue it's a natural formation. The debate continues to this day, but one thing is certain: the Yonaguni Monument is unlike anything else on Earth. Its very existence raises questions about ancient civilizations, their knowledge of the ocean, and their ability to construct such monumental structures long before we thought humanity had the capability. But the ocean isn't just holding on to the past, it's also a place where new mysteries are constantly unfolding. Just recently, scientists discovered a new, never-before-seen ecosystem in the depths of the ocean. It was in the region of hydrothermal vents, where hot water gushes up from the Earth's crust, creating a unique habitat for strange creatures. This ecosystem was completely isolated from the rest of the world, with species that had never been encountered before. Some of these creatures, like giant tube worms, survive in these extreme conditions by relying on bacteria that can process the chemicals in the hot water. It's a perfect example of how life can adapt to even the harshest environments, proof that the ocean holds secrets we can't even begin to imagine. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. The ocean, vast and unfathomable, is still largely unexplored. For every discovery we make, there are countless others waiting to be found hiding in the deep, dark corners of the world's oceans. The ocean is like an ancient, wise storyteller, one who has seen the rise and fall of civilizations, who has witnessed the passage of time in ways we can't even comprehend. And yet it keeps its stories locked away, waiting for the curious to come along and uncover its secrets. As we continue to explore the ocean's depths, we'll keep uncovering new wonders, new mysteries, and new pieces of history. But the ocean, in all its infinite vastness, will always have something more to reveal just when we least expect it. As we continue our journey deeper into the ocean's heart, there's one thing we can't ignore: the uncharted territories that lie waiting to be explored. The ocean is like a mysterious book with pages upon pages of stories we've only begun to read, with chapters still missing. Imagine this vast, sunken valleys, ridges and trenches so deep and so remote that they remain almost entirely unknown to humankind. Every new dive, every new exploration seems to reveal something unexpected, something that challenges everything we thought we knew about the natural world. The ocean is not just a body of water, it's a living, breathing entity, one that holds secrets we have yet to fathom. Take the discovery of the hydrothermal vents, for example. These deep-sea features are like natural chimneys, releasing hot water and minerals from beneath the Earth's crust. At first glance, they may look like barren, lifeless areas of the ocean floor. But what we've learned is nothing short of astonishing life thrives in these extreme environments. Giant tube worms, shrimp, and even fish creatures that can't survive in sunlight or oxygen live in this alien-like ecosystem. These organisms rely on bacteria to turn the chemicals in the vent water into food, an entirely different process than what we see on land. It's like stumbling upon an entirely new ecosystem, one that doesn't rely on the sun, and yet flourishes in a place that we once thought could not support life at all. This discovery has opened up a whole new understanding of what life can be and where it can exist. But what about the areas of the ocean that go beyond these vents areas, where light never reaches, where the pressure is so great that even the toughest submarines can't withstand it? What's hiding in the darkest depths? The ocean, as vast as it is full of places where light technology and even human imagination can't yet reach. And yet scientists believe that the deepest parts of the ocean may contain entire ecosystems entirely unknown to us. Could there be creatures that are so alien, so adapted to their environments, that they bear little resemblance to anything we've seen on land? Some scientists believe that life could even exist in the form of microbial life, strange organisms that are too small to see but could be more complex than we ever thought possible. The deeper we go, the more we realize that the ocean's mysteries go beyond what we can imagine. What's even more fascinating is how the ocean is constantly changing. Tides ebb and flow, volcanoes erupt beneath the sea, and new formations like underwater mountains or islands are created every day. For instance, in the Pacific Ocean, there's a phenomenon called the Ring of Fire, an area where tectonic plates meet and volcanoes are constantly erupting. These eruptions create new land masses, shifting ecosystems, and forming new environments for life to take hold. These underwater volcanic islands often become hotspots for marine life, attracting creatures that can survive in high heat and pressure. In a way, the ocean is always evolving, always shifting, creating new habitats for life to thrive. It's a reminder that even in the depths, change is constant, and there's always something new to discover. But it's not just volcanoes and vents that make the ocean so dynamic. The ocean's currents are like massive, invisible rivers flowing and swirling across the globe, bringing nutrients to distant places and shaping the climate. The movement of these currents affects everything from the weather patterns on land to the migration patterns of marine life. Some animals, like sea turtles and whales, use these currents to travel thousands of miles, navigating the vast ocean like seasoned travelers. The currents themselves carry with them remnants of the past, small pieces of ancient civilizations, fossils, and objects long forgotten. As the currents move, they carry these pieces across the ocean, scattering them in places we never thought to look. And yet, for all the discoveries we've made, the ocean still holds many more secrets. Each time we think we've uncovered the last mystery, the ocean reveals just a little bit more. There's still so much to learn, and with each new dive, each new expedition, we come closer to understanding the ocean's true nature. But maybe, just maybe, the ocean doesn't want us to uncover all its secrets. After all, if we knew everything, what would be left for us to wonder about? The ocean, in its vastness, offers us a never-ending supply of mysteries, challenges, and discoveries. It's a world that will continue to intrigue, inspire, and humble us for generations to come. So as we leave this deep dive for tonight, remember this: the ocean is out there, still hiding its deepest secrets, still waiting for the next curious explorer to take the plunge. As long as there is curiosity in the world, the ocean will always have something new to reveal. And who knows, the next big discovery might be just around the corner, waiting for us to find it. But for now, take a deep breath, let the waves of wonder carry you to your dreams, and know that the mysteries of the ocean will still be there when you wake up waiting for the next journey. As we move deeper into the vast ocean, let's turn our attention to something truly strange, an underwater world that seems to be suspended in time. Imagine an ocean so deep, so isolated, that the creatures within it are like echoes from a distant past, preserved in the cold, dark waters where time itself seems to slow down. There are places in the ocean where the water is so still and so dense that it feels like stepping into a different world entirely. These places, often referred to as marine snow zones, are filled with decaying organic material that sinks slowly from above, creating a blanket of food for some of the most bizarre and unique life forms on Earth. In these remote regions, we find creatures that seem to have stepped out of a science fiction novel. They are alien in their appearance, with elongated bodies, glowing appendages, and abilities that seem impossible. Some of these creatures are able to survive without oxygen, while others have evolved to see in complete darkness. Take the deep-sea anglerfish, for example. It has a glowing lure on its head that attracts prey in the pitch-black depths of the ocean. It's as if this creature has mastered the art of surviving in the most hostile environment on Earth. And then there are the giant squid, elusive and mysterious, who live in the deepest parts of the ocean, where light cannot reach, and where the pressure could crush anything less resilient. The thought that these creatures, some of the largest, most intimidating animals on Earth, are lurking in the shadows, completely unseen by human eyes, is enough to give anyone chills. But the true mystery lies not just in these creatures, but in the unknown depths where we've barely scratched the surface. The deeper we go, the more we realize that there are places so remote, so unreachable, that they might as well be on another planet. There are trenches and valleys far beneath the ocean's surface, where creatures live in total darkness, where no sunlight ever touches. The creatures that dwell in these deep, dark places are so adapted to their environment that they seem to defy logic. They don't need light, they don't need heat, they don't need the things we consider essential for life. Instead, they have evolved to thrive in a world completely cut off from the surface. These regions of the ocean are so extreme that they challenge everything we thought we knew about life itself. And it's not just the creatures of the deep that fascinate us, it's the very nature of the ocean itself. The ocean is a constantly shifting living entity, one that changes over time in ways we can't always predict. The tides move with the moon, the currents shift with the seasons, and the very floor of the ocean rises and falls due to tectonic activity. Underwater volcanoes regularly erupt, creating new land masses, and the ocean floor is constantly reshaped by earthquakes and other natural events. All of this movement, this constant change, means that the ocean is never the same from one day to the next. And with each change, new mysteries are born, new discoveries are made, and the ocean continues to reveal more of itself, bit by bit. But one of the most fascinating aspects of the ocean is the way it hides its secrets. There are areas of the ocean so remote that they remain unexplored, untouched by human hands. The deep ocean is so vast that it's almost impossible to fathom how much of it remains undiscovered. And the more we discover, the more we realize that the ocean isn't just a place of life, it's also a place of death. Shipwrecks, lost civilizations, and remnants of long-forgotten human history lie buried beneath its waves. And yet, these secrets are often hidden beneath layers of sediment and silt, only revealed when the time is right. The ocean is like a vault, storing the past and keeping it safe from the world. But every now and then it opens its doors and we get a glimpse into the mysteries it holds. Take the Bermuda Triangle, for instance. This stretch of ocean, infamous for its strange disappearances of ships and aircraft, is a place shrouded in mystery. Some say it's the work of extraterrestrials, others believe it's caused by underwater vortices or magnetic anomalies. But no one really knows for sure. The Bermuda Triangle remains one of the ocean's most famous and most unexplained mysteries. And it's not just the Bermuda Triangle. There are other places like it, areas where the ocean's behavior seems inexplicable, where strange things happen, and where even the most advanced technology struggles to understand the forces at work. It's as if the ocean itself is playing a game, hiding its secrets just out of reach. So, what lies ahead? What other mysteries are waiting to be uncovered in the deep, dark depths? The truth is, we don't know. There's still so much we haven't explored, so much we don't understand. The ocean is like a treasure chest, one that's been sealed for centuries, and we've only just begun to find the key. With every new discovery, we move closer to understanding the full extent of the ocean's mysteries. But for now, we remain humble in the face of this vast, unknowable world. The ocean will always have more to offer, more creatures, more stories, and more secrets waiting patiently for the next explorer to come along. As we descend even deeper into the ocean's embrace, let's take a moment to reflect on the magnitude of what we're truly dealing with here. The ocean, with all its wonders and mysteries, is a vast, seemingly infinite realm. But there's one thing that makes it even more fascinating: the strange, unexplained phenomena that have been observed throughout history, many of which still leave us scratching our heads. One such phenomenon is the presence of blue holes, mysterious underwater sinkholes that are found all over the world. These immense circular depressions in the ocean floor can be hundreds of meters deep, and they're often surrounded by vibrant coral reefs and marine life. Yet the water within them remains unnaturally clear, making them look almost like windows to another world. The most famous blue hole is the Great Blue Hole in Belize, which is over 300 meters wide and over 120 meters deep. It's a place that has drawn scientists, divers, and explorers for decades, and yet it still holds secrets that we don't fully understand. Some theories suggest that these blue holes may have been formed by underwater caves that collapsed long ago, while others believe they are remnants of ancient submerged craters. What's truly fascinating, though, is the biodiversity found within these seemingly lifeless holes. Despite their depths, blue holes often support a diverse range of life, from schools of fish to deep-sea creatures that have adapted to live in the darkness. There's something almost mystical about these blue holes. They seem to exist in their own universe, a world within a world. And the more we explore them, the more we realize how much we still don't know about them. Then there are the black smokers, underwater chimneys, that spew out superheated water rich with minerals and chemicals. These hydrothermal vents are found at the bottom of the ocean where tectonic plates meet and volcanic activity occurs. Black smokers are not only stunning in their appearance, often resembling geysers shooting out from the ocean floor, but they also host entire ecosystems that are completely separate from the rest of the world. These ecosystems rely on chemosynthesis rather than photosynthesis, which means that the organisms living around these vents don't need sunlight to survive. Instead, bacteria near the smokers convert the chemicals in the hot water into energy, supporting a thriving community of creatures like giant tube worms, shrimp, and fish. It's a world that exists without sunlight, and yet it is filled with life. The discovery of these underwater ecosystems has completely changed our understanding of life on Earth, proving that life can thrive in environments we once thought to be completely inhospitable. But perhaps the most mysterious and awe-inspiring phenomenon of all is the existence of underwater rivers. These strange flowing rivers exist beneath the ocean's surface, and they are made of dense, salty water that flows through the ocean's floor in a way that resembles rivers on land. These underwater rivers are so powerful that they can carve out their own channels in the ocean floor, just like the rivers we see above ground. The most famous of these underwater rivers is the Black Sea River, which flows through the floor of the Black Sea. It's a surreal sight to see an underwater river that appears almost like a dark ribbon of water carving its way through the deep. The presence of these underwater rivers challenges everything we know about the ocean's currents and behavior, and scientists are still working to understand how they form and what drives them. In addition to these strange, natural wonders, there are also mysterious underwater sounds that have baffled scientists for years. One of the most famous of these is the bloop, a low-frequency sound that was detected by underwater microphones in the Pacific Ocean in 1997. The sound was so powerful and strange that it was initially thought to have been caused by an unknown animal, possibly a massive sea creature. However, further research suggested that the sound likely came from an ice quake, a large chunk of ice breaking off from a glacier. Despite the explanation, the bloop remains one of the ocean's most intriguing mysteries, a reminder of how much we still don't know about the sounds of the deep. And then, there are the unexplained disappearances that continue to haunt the ocean's depths. The Bermuda Triangle, for example, has been the subject of countless theories and investigations over the years, but no one can seem to agree on what causes the strange disappearances of ships and aircraft in the area. Some believe it's the result of magnetic anomalies that interfere with navigational equipment, while others argue it's caused by underwater vortexes or even extraterrestrial forces. Whatever the explanation, the Bermuda Triangle remains one of the ocean's greatest mysteries. But it's not the only place where things vanish without a trace. The ocean is full of places like this where things go missing and where the waves seem to swallow them whole as if hiding them from the world. As we continue to explore the ocean's depths, we begin to understand just how much we still have to learn. The mysteries that lie beneath the surface are vast, complex, and often beyond our understanding. But that's what makes the ocean so captivating. It's a place of wonder where every discovery leads to more questions and every mystery opens the door to another. The ocean is like a giant puzzle, and we're just beginning to see the edges. But even as we uncover its secrets, we must always remember that the ocean is bigger than any of us. It will continue to hide its mysteries, waiting for those brave enough to explore it and offering new surprises for generations to come. As we drift further into the heart of the ocean, there's one question that seems to linger in the back of our minds. What exactly is the ocean hiding from us? There are places so remote, so far beneath the surface, that even our most advanced technology struggles to explore them. The deep ocean, with its overwhelming size and vastness, seems almost like an impenetrable fortress holding its secrets close. But every now and then, we stumble upon something that challenges our understanding of the world. One of the most fascinating discoveries in recent years is the phenomenon of underwater lakes. Yes, you read that right, lakes under the ocean. These are not lakes on land, but massive enclosed bodies of water that exist beneath the ocean's surface, completely isolated from the rest of the ocean. One of the most notable examples is the Lake of the Mediterranean Sea, which lies at depths of over 1,000 meters. It's a place where water is so salty and dense that it doesn't mix with the surrounding ocean water, creating a sharp contrast between the two layers. Within these underwater lakes, scientists have discovered entire ecosystems of creatures that live in the still stagnant waters. These creatures have evolved to thrive in an environment where there is no circulation, no flow, and no oxygen. It's as if we've found a microcosm of life trapped in time, an isolated world within the world. And speaking of isolated worlds, let's talk about the bizarre phenomenon of submarine rivers. These underwater rivers are not like the rivers we see above ground. They're made of dense, salty water that flows along the ocean floor, carving channels in the seabed like a traditional river does on land. One of the most notable examples of a submarine river is the one found in the Black Sea. It's a natural wonder, a river that flows beneath the surface of the water, carrying with it the remnants of ancient civilizations and organic matter that have been trapped for centuries. These rivers are like hidden highways beneath the ocean, shaping the landscape in ways we never imagined. What's even more intriguing is that scientists believe these submarine rivers could be responsible for some of the strange disappearances that have occurred in the Bermuda Triangle, where the currents are powerful enough to disorient even the most advanced vessels and planes. But there's one phenomenon that truly stands out when we talk about the deep ocean's mysteries, the ghosts of the deep. These are creatures that quite literally seem to disappear into the darkness of the ocean, leaving nothing behind but the faintest traces of their existence. Some of these creatures are so elusive, so adept at blending into their surroundings that they appear to be nothing more than shadows, glimpses of life, but not enough to fully understand. One of the most famous examples of this is the phantom jellyfish, a creature that has been spotted in the deep waters of the Pacific. This jellyfish, nearly invisible to the human eye, has been described as a ghost of the sea floating silently through the depths with an eerie, otherworldly grace. Its transparent body makes it nearly impossible to see, and its movements are so slow and deliberate that it often appears as if it's gliding through the water without disturbing a single ripple. It's a creature that seems to be caught between worlds, existing in the space between reality and myth. These ghosts are not limited to jellyfish alone. There are entire species of fish and other creatures that seem to exist on the edges of our perception, barely registering in our minds as we dive deeper into the ocean. The deeper we go, the more we realize how little we truly know about the vast, mysterious world beneath us. Creatures that have adapted to the pressures of the deep, creatures that have evolved to survive in complete darkness. These are the ghosts of the ocean, the ones that are almost impossible to study, let alone fully understand. They are the guardians of the deep, protecting their secrets from the world above. But perhaps the most profound mystery of the ocean lies not in the creatures or the strange natural phenomena, but in the stories of those who have ventured into its depths and never returned. The ocean, it seems, is a place of endless discovery, but it's also a place of danger, one that has claimed many lives throughout history. The idea of going missing in the ocean is not just a scary thought, it's a reality. The Bermuda Triangle is one example, but there are countless other regions of the ocean where ships, planes, and people have vanished without a trace. What makes the ocean so capable of swallowing things whole? Is it the vastness, the darkness? Or is it something more insidious, something beyond our understanding? The ocean has the power to conceal the past, to take away the evidence of what once was, leaving nothing behind but the mysteries it chooses to reveal. In the deepest parts of the ocean, where the darkness is absolute and the pressure is unimaginable, it's easy to understand why some believe the ocean might hold the key to things we've long since forgotten. As we continue to explore the ocean's depths, we come to realize that for every answer we uncover, there are countless more questions waiting to be asked. The ocean's greatest gift is its mystery. It's a place where the unknown reigns, where every dive brings us closer to understanding, but also reminds us just how much we still have left to discover. With every new mystery revealed, we come to understand that the ocean is more than just water. It's a world unto itself, full of life's secrets and stories waiting to be told. And perhaps the greatest mystery of all is the one that remains hidden just beyond our reach, waiting for us to take the plunge once again. As we venture even deeper, we're now standing at the precipice of what can only be described as the ocean's most profound enigma, the potential for discovering entire lost worlds hidden beneath the waves for thousands of years. The ocean in its immensity holds a staggering amount of history, and yet much of it is beyond our reach. Every new discovery adds to the growing mystery of what the deep might still be hiding. But there's one thing that continues to astonish scientists and explorers alike: the existence of submerged islands, ancient ruins, and lost civilizations beneath the ocean that we've yet to fully understand. Take, for example, the submerged island of Yonaguni, located off the coast of Japan. Discovered in 1985 by a local diver, the Yonaguni Monument is a series of giant stone structures that appear to have been carved by human hands. These formations, with their straight edges and terraces, have led some to believe they could be the remains of an ancient sunken city. However, the debate continues. Are these formations the result of human craftsmanship, or are they simply natural formations that have been shaped by the forces of the ocean over millennia? Regardless of the answer, Yonaguni is a compelling reminder that there are places on Earth that remain shrouded in mystery, their true purpose and origin lost to time. Could this be the remains of a civilization that once thrived on an island only to have been submerged beneath the ocean? We may never know for sure, but it's clear that the ocean holds secrets from distant times that we can only begin to unravel. Another example of this mystery lies in the underwater ruins of what is believed to be the lost city of Atlantis. While many dismiss the tale of Atlantis as a myth, there are locations around the world where strange, ancient ruins have been discovered beneath the sea, prompting some to wonder if the legend of Atlantis was based on some kernel of truth. One such place is the Bimini Road, located off the coast of the Bahamas. This formation consists of perfectly shaped stone blocks that lie beneath the ocean's surface, forming what looks like the remnants of an ancient road or wall. Some argue that these stones are natural, but others believe they may be the remains of a forgotten civilization submerged long ago. If this is indeed a human-made structure, then what does it tell us about the ancient world? Could it be evidence of a once great civilization that now lies forgotten? Its stories washed away by the tide, the idea of submerged cities, whether it be Yonaguni or Atlantis, raises fascinating questions about what we've lost beneath the sea. Could there be entire civilizations, their cultures, technologies, and ways of life that have been lost to the ocean's depths? The more we explore, the more we realize how little we understand about the ocean's ability to preserve or conceal our history. It's as if the ocean is both a guardian and a graveyard, keeping the remnants of lost worlds safe beneath its waves, holding them until the time is right for discovery. But not all the ocean's mysteries are tied to ancient civilizations. There are modern mysteries too, disappearances and unexplained events that have left people puzzled for years. The story of the Flying Dutchman. A ghost ship that was said to sail the seas forever is one of the most famous maritime legends. According to the tale, the ship and its crew were cursed to sail the oceans without ever making port, appearing to sailors as a terrifying omen. While many consider this to be just a superstition, there are still stories from modern sailors who claim to have seen ghostly ships on the horizon, vessels that vanish as quickly as they appear. Is this just folklore, or is there something more to these sightings? Could the ocean be hiding something we can't fully comprehend? In fact, the ocean's ability to swallow things whole, the way ships, planes, and even entire islands seem to disappear into its depths, is one of its most captivating and eerie characteristics. The Bermuda Triangle, for example, continues to be a source of fascination and fear. For decades, ships and aircraft have mysteriously disappeared in this region of the Atlantic with no trace of wreckage ever found. Theories range from magnetic anomalies, which could confuse navigational instruments, to underwater vortexes, which might swallow ships and planes without a trace. But no matter what the cause, the Bermuda Triangle remains a symbol of the ocean's ability to hide its secrets, keeping things hidden deep within its watery depths. Then there are the strange sounds that emanate from the deep sounds that no one can quite explain. One of the most famous of these is the bloop, a low-frequency sound detected by underwater microphones in 1997. The sound was so powerful and strange that scientists initially thought it came from an unknown creature, possibly even a massive, previously undiscovered sea monster. Later studies suggested that the sound could have originated from the movement of ice or underwater volcanoes, but no one is entirely sure. The mystery of the bloop serves as a reminder that the ocean is full of noises and phenomena. We don't yet understand sounds that come from deep within its depths where we can't yet hear or see. As we continue to explore the ocean, we are confronted with the undeniable truth that the mysteries of the deep are vast, complex, and endless. The deeper we go, the more we realize how little we truly know. Every new discovery opens the door to more questions, more wonders, and more possibilities. The ocean holds its secrets close, not revealing them all at once, but rather piece by piece, like a puzzle waiting to be solved. And perhaps that's part of the magic. The ocean, in all its infinite mystery, will never give up all of its secrets. But as long as we continue to explore, it will keep revealing just enough to keep us coming back for more. As we press on deeper into the vastness of the ocean, let's shift our focus to a topic that has captivated humanity for centuries: the idea of extraterrestrial life and its potential connection to the ocean. Yes, the ocean, often seen as our planet's lifeblood, could very well be hiding something far more mysterious than anything we've yet imagined. There are many theories that suggest the ocean might not just be home to life as we know it, but also to life that is entirely alien. Perhaps some of the creatures that dwell in the deep, those strange, almost unrecognizable beings, could be the key to understanding what lies beyond Earth. One theory that has been proposed is the idea that life on Earth may have originated from the depths of the ocean, carried to our planet on asteroids or comets. This theory, known as panspermia, suggests that the building blocks of life could have traveled across the cosmos, landing in the oceans and taking root here. And in these deep, hidden corners of the sea, life could have evolved in ways that are completely different from what we've come to expect. Just think about it. Creatures that glow, creatures that communicate through sound waves, creatures that can survive without light. The possibilities are endless. It's as if the ocean itself is a living, breathing entity that could harbor secrets beyond our comprehension, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. There are certain regions of the ocean that have been known to harbor strange phenomena, some of which have sparked speculation about extraterrestrial involvement. One such place is the deep, dark waters around the Bermuda Triangle. This area, infamous for its mysterious disappearances, has long been the subject of wild theories ranging from alien spacecraft to time-warping vortexes. While scientists tend to offer more rational explanations, the connection between this region and unexplainable phenomena continues to intrigue. Some believe that the Bermuda Triangle could be a hotspot for mysterious energy fields, ones that might have the ability to warp space and time, creating the ideal conditions for UFO sightings and disappearances. And then there are the sounds from the deep. For decades, there have been strange noises recorded by underwater microphones, sounds that scientists cannot definitively identify. One of the most famous of these is the bloop, a low-frequency sound detected in the late 1990s. Initially, the sound was believed to be the call of a giant unknown sea creature, potentially even a massive leviathan-like entity. While scientists later concluded that the sound was likely caused by the movement of ice, The idea that the ocean might be harboring something so large, so powerful that it can create such a noise continues to ignite the imagination. Could this be a clue to something more? Some speculate that this sound, along with others like it, could be the result of something not of this earth, a message perhaps from beyond the stars. But the most compelling part of the ocean's connection to the unknown is its sheer inaccessibility. The ocean is so vast, so deep, that even our most advanced technology is incapable of fully exploring it. Despite centuries of human exploration, more than 80% of the ocean remains unmapped, unexplored, and completely unknown. This vast, dark expanse of water could easily hide entire ecosystems, ancient civilizations, or even evidence of alien life. And it's not just the creatures of the deep that are mysterious. The ocean itself is a giant living entity constantly shifting, moving, and changing in ways that we can't always understand. Could this shifting dynamic nature of the ocean be linked to something greater, something beyond our planet, beyond our time? Take, for example, the concept of underwater structures. Over the years, there have been several discoveries of mysterious, man-made-like structures found deep beneath the ocean. One of the most famous is the Yonaguni Monument, located off the coast of Japan. Some believe it is the remains of an ancient submerged city, perhaps the remnants of a civilization that existed long before recorded history. The structure consists of massive stone terraces and stepped formations that resemble a man-made pyramid, yet no one knows for sure if it was created by human hands or shaped naturally over time. But the very possibility that an ancient advanced civilization could have existed on a now submerged landmass raises fascinating questions. Could these underwater ruins be remnants of a civilization that predates our own one, that left behind knowledge and technology we are only beginning to understand? And beyond the possible ruins of ancient civilizations, there are even more intriguing possibilities, such as the idea that some of these underwater structures might not be from this planet at all. Could there be alien technology submerged beneath the ocean's surface? The idea that extraterrestrials could have visited Earth in ancient times, leaving behind hidden evidence of their presence, is a tantalizing one. The ocean, with its vast depths and immense mystery, could very well be the key to unlocking this question. In fact, some believe that UFOs, or unidentified submerged objects USOs, may be hiding in the ocean's depths. There have been reports of strange lights and objects appearing beneath the surface of the water, moving in ways that defy our understanding of physics. Is it possible that we are not alone on Earth, and that the ocean is where extraterrestrial life resides hidden from our view? The truth is, we may never fully know what secrets the ocean holds. The deeper we go, the more questions arise. The ocean is a place of endless wonder and mystery, full of life forms and phenomena that we are only beginning to understand. It's a world unto itself, hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right explorers to come along and uncover its secrets. And who knows what else might be waiting just beyond our reach. As technology advances and our understanding of the deep grows, perhaps we will discover even more astonishing things. For now, though, the ocean remains an enigma, one that continues to fascinate and mystify us, drawing us back time and time again to explore its depths. As we drift further into the deep, we find ourselves at the heart of a mystery that has haunted humanity for centuries, the elusive and fascinating world of underwater phenomena that remain completely unexplained. These strange occurrences defy the laws of nature as we know them, leaving us to wonder if we are truly alone in our understanding of the world, or if the ocean is holding on to secrets that could change everything we know about life, the universe, and our place in it. One of the most mind-boggling phenomena that has puzzled scientists and explorers alike are the underwater pyramids discovered in various locations around the world. We've all heard the stories of the Great Pyramids of Egypt, but imagine discovering similar structures beneath the ocean's surface. In 2001, underwater explorers found massive pyramidal structures off the coast of the Canary Islands. These mysterious formations appear to be perfectly symmetrical, with sharp edges and flat surfaces that resemble those of ancient man-made pyramids. Could these pyramids be the remains of a lost civilization, swallowed by the ocean after a cataclysmic event? Some believe that the existence of such underwater structures could point to the existence of advanced civilizations that lived long before recorded history, their knowledge and achievements lost to time and the sea. While skeptics argue that these formations are simply natural, it's difficult to ignore the possibility that there is more to these underwater pyramids than meets the eye. Could they be part of a forgotten history? Or could they be something far more extraordinary? Then there's the mystery of the so-called City of Atlantis. For centuries, the legend of Atlantis has captured the human imagination with stories of an advanced civilization that mysteriously vanished beneath the ocean. While many consider Atlantis to be nothing more than myth, others believe that there may be more to the tale than just fantasy. Throughout the years, divers have discovered several underwater ruins that seem to resemble the descriptions of Atlantis found in ancient texts. One of the most intriguing of these sites is a submerged city off the coast of India known as Dwarka. In 2000, marine archaeologists uncovered the ruins of this ancient city, which is thought to date back over 5,000 years. What's most astonishing is the fact that the city lies more than 30 meters underwater, far deeper than what was thought possible for an ancient civilization to have built. The city is full of structures that resemble those described in ancient texts, massive stone walls, temples, and even statues that suggest a level of sophistication far beyond what we would expect from a civilization of that time. Could Dwarka be the real Atlantis? Could this ancient city hold the key to understanding the rise and fall of civilizations long before we ever walked the earth? The discovery of Dwarka raises more questions than answers, and the mystery surrounding it continues to captivate the minds of those seeking to understand the truth about our ancient past. As if these underwater cities weren't enough to pique our curiosity, there are other, more bizarre underwater phenomena that continue to challenge our understanding of the ocean. One such mystery is the discovery of underwater crop circles. Yes, you read that right, crop circles, but beneath the water. These mysterious formations have been found in various places around the world, including off the coast of Japan and the waters of the Bahamas. The shapes are perfectly symmetrical, with intricate designs that seem to be far too complex to be formed naturally. Theories abound about what these crop circles might be, from the idea that they are the result of underwater creatures creating patterns to the possibility that they are somehow linked to extraterrestrial activity. While many of these formations have been explained away as the work of natural forces or the activity of marine animals, the fact that they exist at all suggests that there is still much we don't understand about the ocean's depths. Could these underwater crop circles be signals, messages from the deep, or perhaps a sign of something far more extraordinary than we can even imagine? In addition to these enigmatic structures, the ocean is also home to bizarre and unexplainable sounds that continue to baffle scientists. One of the most famous of these sounds is the bloop, a mysterious noise detected in 1997 by underwater microphones placed in the Pacific Ocean. The sound was so powerful and eerie that it was initially thought to be the result of a giant sea creature, perhaps a creature larger than any living thing we've ever known. However, later analysis suggested that the sound was likely caused by an ice quake, a massive chunk of ice breaking off from a glacier. Despite this explanation, the bloop still resonates in the collective imagination, reminding us that there are sounds in the ocean that we cannot explain, and that some mysteries remain just beyond our grasp. What else could be lurking out there, producing sounds that we can't identify? Are they the calls of creatures we've never encountered? Or could they be signals from something far more extraordinary, something beyond our comprehension? As we explore the deeper parts of the ocean, we begin to realize that it's not just the creatures and structures that hide secrets, it's the very nature of the ocean itself. The ocean is an ever-changing living entity, one that holds a power and mystery beyond anything we can fathom. It moves with the tide's shifts with the currents and hides its deepest secrets beneath layers of saltwater stone and sand. As we continue to dive deeper, we uncover more mysteries, but with each discovery, we are reminded of just how much we still don't know. The ocean is vast, uncharted, and full of enigmas, and it will continue to inspire awe and wonder in those brave enough to explore its depths. The truth is, no matter how much we uncover, the ocean will always have more to reveal. Its mysteries are endless, its power unmatched, and its secrets hidden away beneath layers of water waiting to be discovered. And perhaps that's part of the magic. The ocean holds its deepest secrets, not for us to conquer, but for us to uncover one mystery at a time. So we continue with curiosity in our hearts and wonder in our eyes, diving into the unknown, knowing that the ocean will never cease to amaze us. As we continue to descend into the dark, silent depths of the ocean, there's one aspect of the sea that often gets overlooked in our quest for lost cities, strange creatures, and unexplained phenomena. It's the unseen, quiet world of the ocean's ecosystems, places where life thrives in complete isolation, cut off from the rest of the world. These ecosystems exist in the most extreme conditions, places where light never reaches, and yet they are teeming with life, much of it completely alien to us. One of the most extraordinary examples of these isolated ecosystems is the hydrothermal vent fields that lie along the ocean's floor. These vents, which spew out superheated mineral-rich water from beneath the Earth's crust, create an environment that seems impossible for life to survive in. The temperature can reach over 400 degrees Celsius, and the pressure is thousands of times higher than at sea level. Yet, in these extreme conditions, a vibrant community of creatures has evolved, adapted to thrive in the absence of sunlight. Unlike most ecosystems on land, which rely on sunlight to fuel life through photosynthesis, these deep-sea ecosystems rely on chemosynthesis, the process by which bacteria convert chemicals like hydrogen sulfide into energy, forming the base of the food chain. Among the inhabitants of these hydrothermal vent communities are some of the most bizarre creatures on Earth. Giant tube worms, some over 3 meters long, are among the largest animals in these ecosystems, and they survive by hosting symbiotic bacteria that turn the chemicals in the vent water into food. There are also shrimp that gather in large swarms feeding off the bacteria, and even blind fish and crabs that have evolved to navigate in total darkness. These creatures are so uniquely adapted to their environment that they would be completely out of place in the light-filled waters of the ocean's surface. And yet in this harsh, isolated world, they have found a way to survive and thrive. But even more astounding than the creatures themselves is the fact that these ecosystems exist in places where we never thought life could survive. For years, scientists believed that life couldn't exist without sunlight, but these deep-sea communities have completely overturned that idea. The discovery of these vent ecosystems has expanded our understanding of what life can be, and it's led scientists to rethink the possibilities for life elsewhere in the universe. Could there be similar ecosystems on other planets or moons, places where life exists in environments so extreme that we would never have imagined it? The ocean's deepest, most isolated corners might hold the answers to some of humanity's greatest questions. But it's not just the vent communities that hold secrets. There are other places in the deep ocean that harbor life in ways we can barely comprehend. One of these is the so-called oceanic trenches, the deepest parts of the sea where the pressure is so intense that it can crush even the toughest of human-made objects. These trenches, like the Mariana Trench, are so deep that if you were to drop Mount Everest into them, the mountain would be fully submerged. Yet even here, in the most extreme of conditions, life finds a way. In the deepest trenches, species of fish and invertebrates have adapted to survive in total darkness and under crushing pressure. Some of these creatures are bioluminescent, using light to communicate or lure prey, while others have evolved to produce antifreeze proteins to survive in near-freezing temperatures. In the Mariana Trench, scientists have discovered creatures that have never been seen anywhere else on Earth. The Biblis snailfish, for example, has adapted to the extreme pressure and cold of the trench, and it can survive at depths of more than 7 miles below the ocean's surface. It's a creature so uniquely suited to its environment that it seems almost otherworldly. And then there are the giant amoebas, single-celled organisms that live in the deepest parts of the trench and have been found at depths of more than 10,000 meters. These creatures, with their slow movements and seemingly fragile bodies, are a testament to the adaptability of life in even the most hostile environments. The deeper we go, the more we realize that the ocean is not just a place of mystery, it's also a place of endless discovery. Every time we think we've reached the limits of exploration, the ocean reveals a new secret, a new creature, or a new ecosystem that challenges everything we thought we knew about life. These discoveries remind us that the ocean is far from being fully understood. It is an ancient world, one that has existed long before humans walked the earth, and it will continue to hold its secrets, only revealing them when we are ready. But there's another layer to this mystery, the possibility that we may never truly know all of the ocean's secrets. Despite our best efforts, the ocean is vast, and much of it remains completely unexplored. Even with the most advanced technology, there are regions of the ocean that remain inaccessible to us. The pressure at certain depths is so great that it crushes any vessel that attempts to explore them. The cold is so intense that even the most sophisticated equipment begins to freeze. And in these deepest, darkest corners, we may be missing out on the most incredible discoveries of all. What lies in these inaccessible places? Could there be creatures so advanced, so alien, that we couldn't even comprehend them? Could there be hidden cities, lost civilizations, or ancient technologies that have been preserved for millennia beneath the waves, just waiting to be discovered? The ocean, it seems, is a giant vault, a place where the past, present, and future converge in ways we can't yet imagine. Every new discovery in the ocean reminds us of how little we truly know and how much more there is to uncover. The ocean is a reminder that there's always more to learn, always more to explore. And as long as we remain curious, as long as we continue to dive deeper into the unknown, the ocean will keep revealing its secrets, one discovery at a time. As we continue our journey into the deep, let's focus on something that has fascinated both scientists and explorers for centuries: the existence of underwater caves. These mysterious hidden worlds beneath the ocean surface are like doorways to another realm, places that seem to defy the very nature of the ocean itself. Underwater caves are some of the most dangerous and unexplored areas in the ocean, and yet they also hold incredible beauty and secrets that are waiting to be uncovered. One of the most famous underwater cave systems in the world is the Sistema Sac Actun in Mexico, which holds the record for being the longest known underwater cave system on Earth. Stretching for over 350 kilometers, Sac Actun is a labyrinth of tunnels and caverns that twist and turn deep beneath the surface. The caves are not only home to rare and ancient formations of stalactites and stalagmites, but also to the bones of ancient creatures and even early human remains. As divers navigate through the narrow, dark corridors of these caves, they discover remnants of a past long forgotten, preserved in the still cold waters. Imagine what it must be like to enter these caverns, where every turn offers the possibility of uncovering something new, something ancient, perhaps a relic from a civilization lost to time, or even fossils of creatures that once roamed the earth millions of years ago. And it's not just the ancient past that these caves hold, they are also a breeding ground for life in ways that we can barely comprehend. In these isolated ecosystems, unique species of fish, crustaceans, and other creatures have evolved to survive without the light of the sun. Some species have even lost their eyes entirely, adapting to the dark, pitch-black waters where sight is no longer necessary. The cave's ecosystem is completely self-contained, relying on the few resources it receives from underground springs and the organisms that manage to survive in this harsh environment. It's a world where life is often fragile, yet astonishingly resilient, and each new discovery adds another layer to our understanding of how life can thrive in the most extreme conditions. But these underwater caves are not just home to creatures. They hold clues to the past, offering insights into Earth's geological history. In many cave systems, the water has been flowing for millions of years, slowly carving through rock and sediment, creating intricate formations. These formations, whether they are stalagmites, stalactites, or bizarre calcite structures, hold the story of the planet's evolution. Scientists have even discovered ancient fossils deep within these caves, trapped in the rock layers, offering us a snapshot of life from millions of years ago. Some of these fossils belong to species that are now extinct, giving us a glimpse into Earth's distant past before humans ever walked the land. What's truly mind-boggling is how these caves remain largely untouched, preserving life and history for future generations to uncover. But even more intriguing is the possibility that some underwater caves might hold evidence of human history long before recorded civilization. In recent years, cave systems have been discovered that contain ancient human artifacts, including pottery tools and even paintings. These caves, hidden beneath layers of rock and water, were once used by early humans as shelter, or perhaps as places of worship. One of the most famous discoveries in an underwater cave is the cave paintings found in the underwater cave of Lechuguilla, located in New Mexico, which is believed to be around 20,000 years old. These ancient images drawn on the cave's walls are thought to be some of the oldest depictions of early human life. The discovery of such artifacts deep beneath the ocean's surface is a reminder that the history of humanity is not just confined to the land. It is also hidden in the dark, still waters of the sea. Yet the most intriguing aspect of these underwater caves is the unexplored potential they hold. With the ocean still largely unmapped, there are bound to be more cave systems waiting to be discovered, places where no human has ever ventured. The sheer isolation of these caves makes them one of the last truly unexplored frontiers on Earth, places where time seems to stand still and the mysteries of the past remain hidden from view. What other ancient secrets do these caves hold? Could they be the resting places of long-lost civilizations? Could they contain the answers to questions we've been asking for centuries? These underwater caves are more than just natural formations. They are time capsules waiting for the right explorers to unlock their secrets. But beyond the potential for discovering human history, these caves also remind us of the power and unpredictability of nature. They are a testament to the strength and resilience of the Earth itself, how the planet over millions of years can create such intricate, beautiful, and dangerous environments. These caves are not just passive remnants of the past, they are active living parts of the Earth's ongoing geological story. They continue to change and evolve, shaped by the movement of water, the pressure of the ocean, and the forces of nature that we can barely comprehend. Just as the ocean itself is constantly shifting, so too are the caves ever-changing, ever-evolving, holding on to the mysteries of the Earth's past and present. The deeper we dive into the ocean, the more we realize that we are only scratching the surface of what lies beneath. The underwater caves, with their ancient fossils, unique ecosystems, and undiscovered secrets, remind us that there is so much more to this planet than we can ever truly understand. These caves are the guardians of the Earth's history, the keepers of mysteries we have yet to solve. And as we continue to explore, we uncover not only the past, but also the incredible resilience and adaptability of life, proving that the ocean is far more than just a vast body of water. It is a living, breathing world full of life history and wonder waiting to be discovered. As we continue our exploration of the ocean's darkest corners, it becomes clear that the ocean is not just a body of water. It is a living, breathing mystery, a place where the boundaries of the known world are constantly being stretched. There are phenomena occurring in the deep ocean that continue to baffle scientists. And as our technology improves, we are finally beginning to see just how much of the ocean's deepest secrets have remained hidden from us for so long. One such phenomenon is the strange yet captivating occurrence of ocean whirlpools or maelstroms. These powerful rotating currents can suck in entire ships, create chaos on the surface of the water, and pose a terrifying threat to those who venture too close. One of the most infamous maelstroms in history is the Moskstraumen, located off the coast of Norway. For centuries, this ocean whirlpool has been the subject of myth and legend, feared by sailors who spoke of its terrifying power. In some stories, ships are said to disappear into its depths, vanishing without a trace. In reality, the Moskstraumen is a result of tidal currents, underwater topography, and the meeting of two powerful water masses, one from the Atlantic and one from the Norwegian Sea. When these currents collide, they create a whirlpool strong enough to pull anything unfortunate enough to be caught in it beneath the surface. While modern science has unraveled the physical forces behind this natural phenomenon, it's still a reminder of the power and unpredictability of the ocean. It's a place where even the most skilled sailors must approach with caution, as the forces at work beneath the waves remain beyond our full control. But the ocean's maelstroms are not limited to just one location. Across the globe, there are other areas where similar whirlpools occur, often due to underwater ridges, shifting tides, and complex oceanic currents. One such area is the famous Bermuda Triangle, where mysterious disappearances have fueled countless theories and fueled imaginations for generations. While the Bermuda Triangle is often associated with the paranormal or supernatural, many scientists argue that the phenomenon is simply due to the region's extreme weather patterns, unpredictable currents, and frequent storms. Despite these explanations, however, the Bermuda Triangle continues to be a place of intrigue and fascination, and many believe that there's something more to the disappearances that have occurred there. Could the ocean's whirlpools be the cause of these strange vanishing acts? Or could there be other forces at work, something beyond our comprehension? But the mysteries don't end with whirlpools. The ocean also harbors strange and unexplained underwater lights that have baffled scientists for years. These lights appear in the depths of the ocean, often without warning, and are sometimes so bright that they can be seen from the surface of the water. While some of these lights have been attributed to bioluminescent organisms, creatures that produce their own light, there are many instances where the cause of the phenomenon remains unknown. In some cases, these lights are seen near deep-sea vents, which spew out chemicals from the Earth's crust, creating conditions that could support bioluminescent creatures. In other cases, the lights are seen in completely unexplored regions of the ocean with no clear explanation. What's even more intriguing is that these lights sometimes appear to move or shift in patterns almost as if they are controlled by some unseen force. Could these lights be a result of unknown underwater phenomena, or could they be something more mysterious? Some have even suggested that they could be signals from extraterrestrial sources, adding another layer of intrigue to the already mind-boggling question of what lies beneath. And then there are the unexplained underwater structures that continue to haunt our imaginations. Around the world, there are countless reports of strange formations discovered on the ocean floor structures that resemble man-made buildings, walls, and even pyramids. One of the most famous examples is the Yonaguni Monument off the coast of Japan, which has been the subject of debate for years. Some believe that the monument is a natural rock formation, while others argue that it is evidence of a submerged city that existed thousands of years ago. The debate surrounding the Yonaguni Monument raises questions about the lost civilizations that may have once thrived beneath the sea. Civilizations that could have been destroyed by natural catastrophes only to be forgotten by time. What if these structures are not just natural formations, but remnants of a forgotten world? The ocean holds the key to answering these questions, but it's a key that we are still working to unlock. Another unexplained underwater structure is the Bimini Road, located off the coast of the Bahamas. This submerged formation consists of large rectangular stone blocks that form what appears to be a road or pathway along the ocean floor. Some argue that this structure is the result of natural geological processes, while others believe it to be evidence of the lost city of Atlantis as described in the works of Plato. Could the Bimini Road be a remnant of a once great civilization that was swallowed by the ocean just as Atlantis was said to be? Once again, the ocean keeps its secrets revealing just enough to leave us wondering, but never fully providing the answers we seek. As we continue our exploration, it's clear that the ocean is a place of endless mystery and wonder. Whether it's the powerful maelstroms that pull ships beneath the waves, the unexplained lights that dance in the depths, or the ancient structures that lie buried beneath the ocean floor, the ocean continues to challenge our understanding of the world around us. Every new discovery leads to more questions, and every mystery uncovered adds to the ever-growing list of things we still don't know. But that perhaps is the true magic of the ocean. It is an infinite world full of secrets that will continue to fascinate and inspire us for generations to come. As we continue our exploration into the uncharted abyss of the ocean, we begin to realize that there are forces at play here that go beyond the creatures and landscapes we can see. There are phenomena occurring beneath the surface that have puzzled scientists for years, each new discovery revealing a layer of complexity that we are only beginning to understand. One of the most fascinating and mysterious of these phenomena is the concept of underwater pyramids, structures that resemble the Great Pyramids of Egypt, but hidden beneath the ocean's depths, waiting to be uncovered. These submerged pyramids have been discovered in various places around the world, sparking heated debates among archaeologists, historians, and explorers. One such site is the underwater formation found near the coast of Cuba, known as the Cuban Underwater City. Discovered by a team of ocean explorers in 2001, this submerged city contains what appear to be pyramids, terraces, and street structures that look eerily similar to the ancient cities of the Maya and Aztecs. Some have speculated that this site could be evidence of a forgotten civilization, a city swallowed by the sea after a catastrophic event. While others argue that these formations are natural, the discovery of such a site beneath the ocean's surface raises tantalizing questions about the history of human civilization. Could there be more submerged cities like this, lost to time and the ocean's depths, waiting for us to find them? In addition to the mysterious pyramids, there are also strange underwater megaliths that have been found off the coast of various continents. These massive stone structures appear to have been carefully shaped and placed, yet their purpose remains unclear. One such example is the underwater structure found off the coast of Japan, known as the Yonaguni Monument. Although many consider it to be a natural formation, there are others who believe it to be a man-made structure, possibly the remains of an ancient city that was swallowed by the sea thousands of years ago. If this is indeed a man-made structure, it raises the question of how an advanced civilization was able to create such an enormous monument without the technology we have today. What could this lost civilization have been like, and why did it disappear beneath the waves? The mystery of the submerged pyramids and megaliths goes hand in hand with another intriguing mystery, the discovery of strange underwater stone circles. These formations found off the coast of various countries bear a striking resemblance to the ancient stone circles found on land, such as Stonehenge in England. The most famous of these underwater circles is the one found off the coast of Japan, which has been dubbed the Japanese Atlantis. This underwater stone circle appears to have been deliberately constructed with large circular stones arranged in a pattern that suggests it may have once been a site for ritualistic or ceremonial purposes. The existence of such stone circles beneath the ocean suggests that ancient civilizations may have understood the sea in ways we've yet to comprehend, and that the ocean may have been a far more important part of their culture and belief systems than we realize. But the ocean's mysteries are not just limited to man-made structures and ancient civilizations. There are also the strange phenomena of underwater caves that are discovered deep beneath the ocean's surface. These caves, often located in remote and uncharted parts of the ocean, are known for their eerie beauty and their ability to conceal life and history within their walls. In places like the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, underwater caves have been found that are filled with ancient human artifacts, as well as the bones of animals and creatures that lived long ago. These caves, some of which are over 10,000 years old, offer a glimpse into a time before written history when early humans used the caves as shelters or burial sites. The discoveries within these caves raise the possibility that the ocean has been a key player in the development of human civilization, its depths not just holding secrets of the natural world, but the story of humanity itself. One of the most recent discoveries in underwater caves comes from the ancient cenotes in Mexico, a network of underwater sinkholes that were used by the Maya civilization. These cenotes, which are believed to have been sacred places for the Maya, were often used for rituals, including human sacrifices. In 2007, divers discovered a series of cave paintings inside one of these cenotes, giving us a rare glimpse into the spiritual and cultural practices of the Maya. The cave paintings depict scenes of deities, animals, and geometric shapes, providing valuable insight into the Maya worldview. The fact that these paintings have been preserved for centuries, hidden deep beneath the surface of the earth, speaks to the incredible preservation power of the ocean, which holds so many secrets beneath its waters. But the ocean doesn't just preserve history, it also shapes it. The forces of nature, the currents, and the pressure of the deep have all played a role in the creation and destruction of civilizations. The ocean is a dynamic, ever-changing entity, and as we continue to explore it, we are reminded that what we see today is only a fraction of what lies beneath. New discoveries are made every day, and with each one, we learn more about the history of our planet and the mysterious forces that have shaped it. The ocean, with all its secrets and wonders, will continue to challenge our understanding of the world. But perhaps that's the beauty of it. The ocean is never fully understood. It keeps its mysteries just beyond our grasp, like a puzzle that can never quite be solved. As we move forward, we must remember that the ocean is far more than just a place of mystery. It is a living, breathing part of our planet, an essential component of life as we know it. It shapes our climate, regulates our weather, and provides us with resources that sustain our way of life. The ocean is not just a place to explore, it is a source of life and a reminder of the wonders of the natural world. So, as we continue to uncover its secrets, let us also remember our responsibility to protect and preserve this vast, beautiful world beneath the waves. The ocean holds the key to understanding not just our past, but our future as well. As we dive deeper into the mysteries of the ocean, there is one phenomenon that stands out for its sheer strangeness and complexity, the phenomenon of underwater volcanism. The ocean floor is not just a vast, flat expanse. It's a dynamic landscape, constantly shifting and changing due to volcanic activity. Underwater volcanoes, known as submarine volcanoes, are some of the most powerful and least understood forces on Earth. These volcanoes are hidden beneath the surface, beneath miles of water, yet their eruptions can shape the ocean's landscape and even create new islands. One of the most famous underwater volcanic eruptions occurred in 1991 when the submarine volcano off the coast of the Philippines erupted, creating a new island in the Sulu Sea. This event, which was largely unnoticed at first, quickly attracted attention as the island began to form right before scientists' eyes. Within days, the new island had grown large enough to be seen from the surface, a dramatic reminder of the power of underwater volcanoes to shape the Earth. These underwater eruptions may seem quiet and subtle, but they have the potential to change the world above, creating new land masses and new ecosystems. But what's even more astonishing is that these volcanic eruptions can also create underwater lakes and oceans. In certain areas, volcanic activity has created depressions in the ocean floor that are so deep and so isolated that they contain entirely different ecosystems from the surrounding waters. These underwater lakes, often surrounded by steep cliffs and high volcanic ridges, have been cut off from the rest of the ocean for millions of years, creating isolated worlds filled with life that may not exist anywhere else on Earth. These environments are like alien landscapes, untouched by the outside world, where new species evolve in isolation, developing unique adaptations to survive in these extreme conditions. Take, for example, the lost lakes that were discovered off the coast of Papua New Guinea. These lakes, trapped beneath layers of rock and volcanic ash, contain some of the most bizarre creatures known to science. One of the most famous discoveries in these lakes was the discovery of a species of fish that can survive in water with extremely high levels of sulfur. These fish have evolved to process the toxic gases in the water, something no other known species can do. It's a testament to the resilience of life that even in environments that seem inhospitable to most living things, life still finds a way to survive. But underwater volcanoes aren't just about creating new life and new landscapes, they also have the potential to create devastating natural disasters. The eruption of an underwater volcano can trigger tsunamis waves of immense power that can devastate entire coastlines. When these eruptions occur, the pressure from the molten lava can send shockwaves through the surrounding water, causing massive waves to form and spread across the ocean at incredible speeds. Tsunamis caused by underwater volcanic eruptions are particularly dangerous because they can strike without warning, catching coastal communities off guard. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, which killed over 230,000 people, was caused by an underwater earthquake, but similar events can occur when underwater volcanoes erupt. What's fascinating about these volcanic eruptions is that they remind us of the incredible forces that are constantly at work beneath the ocean's surface. The ocean is not a calm, stable place. It is a dynamic, ever-changing world where the Earth's tectonic plates are constantly shifting and the forces of nature are in constant motion. In fact, the majority of Earth's volcanic activity happens beneath the ocean in areas where we can't see it in places we can't reach. These underwater volcanoes and eruptions are some of the most powerful natural forces on the planet, shaping the landscape, creating new ecosystems, and even threatening life on land. But the ocean's volcanic activity is not just about destruction, it is also about creation. As the tectonic plates shift and volcanic eruptions occur, new landmasses are formed, new habitats are created, and new species of creatures evolve to survive in these ever-changing environments. The ocean's volcanoes are constantly reshaping the world beneath the surface, creating a world that is as dynamic and alive as anything we see above the water. Even more incredible is the discovery that some underwater volcanoes may be the key to understanding the origins of life itself. Some scientists believe that the conditions around these volcanic vents, high heat pressure, and the presence of chemicals like hydrogen sulfide may have been similar to those found on early Earth, creating the perfect conditions for life to begin. These underwater volcanoes may in fact be the birthplace of life, providing the energy and nutrients that allowed the first living organisms to evolve. The more we learn about these underwater volcanic systems, the more we realize how much they could reveal about the history of life on Earth, and even the possibility of life elsewhere in the universe. The ocean, it seems, is far more than just a vast watery expanse. It is a place of constant change, where creation and destruction coexist in an intricate dance. The underwater volcanoes are the beating heart of the ocean, shaping the world beneath the waves and playing a crucial role in the ongoing story of life on Earth. As we continue to explore the depths, we are reminded of the power and mystery of the ocean, a world that is still full of secrets, still full of life, and still waiting to reveal its greatest wonders. As we continue to dive deeper into the mysteries of the ocean, we come across an area so vast, so unpredictable, that it almost feels like we're exploring a whole new world, a world where nothing seems to follow the rules we understand. We're talking about the phenomenon of ocean currents and the mysterious underwater rivers that flow beneath the surface, unseen yet incredibly powerful. These currents, often called the arteries of the ocean, are responsible for shaping not only the ocean's ecosystems, but also the global climate itself. They are like the ocean's lifeblood, constantly moving, mixing, and redistributing water across the planet. But what's truly fascinating is the incredible variety and complexity of these currents, which we are only beginning to understand. One of the most well-known currents is the Gulf Stream, which originates in the Gulf of Mexico and flows across the Atlantic Ocean, bringing warm water to the shores of Europe. This warm current has a profound impact on the climate, keeping northern Europe much warmer than other regions at similar latitudes. But what happens beneath the surface of the ocean is equally remarkable. While we are familiar with the effects of these surface currents, it is the deep water currents that are even more enigmatic. These currents travel far beneath the ocean, often at depths of several kilometers, moving water from one hemisphere to another, mixing the waters of the world's oceans in ways we don't fully understand. But the most perplexing part of these underwater currents is the submarine rivers. These underwater rivers don't flow with fresh water like rivers on land. They are actually currents of dense, salty water that flow along the ocean floor, cutting through the abyss like a river of darkness. These dense rivers are formed when cold, salty water sinks to the ocean floor, driven by the forces of gravity and the movement of tectonic plates. The salt water is so dense that it flows along the seafloor like a thick liquid, carving out its own path and dragging everything in its way: sediments, nutrients, and sometimes even marine life. One of the most fascinating underwater rivers is located off the coast of the Black Sea, a place where these dense, salty currents flow along the seafloor, creating an underwater landscape completely different from the surrounding ocean. These submarine rivers are often invisible to the naked eye, but they have the power to shape the ocean floor in a way that we never thought possible. They are like invisible highways, moving nutrients and energy from one part of the ocean to another, creating entirely new ecosystems in the process. The idea of underwater rivers challenges everything we thought we knew about ocean currents. We tend to think of ocean currents as surface-level phenomena, moving water from one place to another, driven by wind temperature and the Earth's rotation. But the discovery of these underwater rivers shows us that the ocean is far more dynamic than we realize. Beneath the surface, entire river systems are flowing through the ocean floor, shaped by the forces of the Earth itself. These currents are not just moving water, they're moving life nutrients and even heat across vast distances in ways we still can't fully comprehend. The implications of these submarine rivers go far beyond the ocean's ecosystem. These currents also play a crucial role in regulating the planet's climate. The circulation of water, both at the surface and deep within the ocean, helps to distribute heat around the world, impacting everything from weather patterns to the distribution of marine life. Some scientists believe that changes in these underwater currents could even contribute to climate change, affecting everything from the temperature of the ocean to the movement of the polar ice caps. As we continue to study these currents, we are beginning to realize that the ocean is not just a passive backdrop to life on Earth. It is an active force, constantly shaping our climate and ecosystems in ways we have only begun to understand. And yet, for all that we know about ocean currents and underwater rivers, we're still only scratching the surface. There are vast, uncharted areas of the ocean where currents flow in ways we cannot predict. These hidden forces are shaping the world beneath the surface in ways we cannot yet measure. The deeper we dive, the more we realize just how much of the ocean remains unexplored and how much more there is to discover. Could there be even more powerful currents that flow at depths beyond our reach, currents that move with a force that we cannot comprehend? The ocean, with all its complexity and mystery, is a reminder of how little we truly know about our planet. As we uncover the secrets of these underwater rivers and currents, we are forced to confront the fact that the world beneath the waves is far more complicated, far more dynamic than we ever imagined. Every new discovery opens up more questions, more mysteries, and more wonder. And as we continue to explore, we are reminded that the ocean is not just a place of hidden creatures or ancient ruins. It is a living, breathing force shaping our world in ways we can't even begin to understand. As we continue our descent into the ocean's hidden realms, there's one place we haven't yet fully explored, one place where time seems to slow down and where the forces of nature come together in a truly spectacular fashion: the abyssal plain. The abyssal plain lies at the deepest part of the ocean, a flat, vast expanse where the seabed stretches as far as the eye can see, uninterrupted by mountains or hills. It's the region that seems so far removed from the world above, a place where everything is untouched, untouched by human hands and untouched by the passage of time. In these depths, the ocean's ecosystem becomes not just mysterious, but unfathomable. The abyssal plain is the ultimate example of what is often referred to as the silent world, a place where life goes on in a way that is alien to everything we know. Imagine an ocean floor covered in thick, dark silt, where the pressure is so great that it feels as though the weight of the world is bearing down on you. At these depths, there is no sunlight to penetrate the murky waters, and the creatures that live here have adapted to survive in total darkness, relying on bioluminescence to navigate their surroundings. It is a world so alien, so remote, that the creatures living there almost appear as if they belong to another planet, evolving in isolation for millions of years. One of the most fascinating discoveries in the abyssal plain is the existence of chemosynthesis, a process by which certain species of bacteria produce their own food by converting the chemicals in the water around them rather than relying on the sun. These bacteria form the base of an entire ecosystem that thrives in absolute darkness. Giant tube worms, shrimp, and even species of fish have all developed symbiotic relationships with these bacteria, using them as a source of food and energy. The fact that these creatures can survive without sunlight in an environment where most other life would perish is a testament to the adaptability and resilience of life on Earth. It also reminds us of how little we truly understand about the ocean and the potential for life to exist in ways we can't even imagine. In these extreme depths, the creatures that live there often have extraordinary abilities. The anglerfish, for example, is a creature that uses a glowing lure to attract prey in the pitch-black waters of the abyssal plain. This bioluminescent lure is an essential tool for survival, allowing the fish to find food in an environment where visibility is almost non-existent. Then there's the giant squid, one of the ocean's most enigmatic creatures. These elusive, deep-dwelling animals can grow up to 40 feet long, and despite their immense size, they are rarely seen. Their lives are a complete mystery to scientists, and the fact that they thrive in such an inhospitable environment only adds to their allure. As we move deeper into the abyssal plain, we encounter yet another phenomenon that adds to the ocean's enigma: underwater geysers. These geysers located on the ocean floor erupt with superheated water and minerals, creating vast plumes that rise high into the water column. They are a source of life for the strange creatures that inhabit the deep, as these hot, mineral-rich waters provide essential nutrients for bacteria, which in turn sustain the entire ecosystem. The underwater geysers are not just a source of life, they are also a source of mystery, as the water they spew out can sometimes be extremely toxic or filled with chemicals that we don't fully understand. But it's not just the creatures and geological formations that make the abyssal plain so fascinating, it's also the hidden treasures it holds. Over the years, scientists and explorers have uncovered sunken ships, lost artifacts, and even remnants of ancient civilizations deep beneath the ocean's surface. Some of these treasures have been carried by underwater currents for thousands of miles, while others have remained untouched for centuries, waiting to be discovered. The ocean, in its mysterious depth, has the ability to preserve these artifacts in a way that no land-based environment could. The wrecks of ancient ships, the remains of lost cities, and even the fossils of creatures that lived millions of years ago remain intact, preserved by the cold, dark waters. One of the most famous examples of underwater treasure is the wreck of the Titanic. This iconic ship, which sank in 1912, lies over 12,000 feet below the surface in the North Atlantic. Despite the challenges of exploring such depths, the Titanic's wreck has been studied extensively, revealing fascinating details about the ship and the tragic event that led to its sinking. The preservation of the Titanic's wreck has allowed us to understand not only the design and construction of the ship, but also the final moments before it sank, providing a rare glimpse into a tragic moment in history. The discovery of sunken treasure, whether it be a shipwreck, a sunken city, or a long-forgotten artifact, is one of the ocean's most compelling mysteries. It's a reminder that the ocean is a living museum, preserving the past for future generations to discover. But the ocean is also a place of constant change, where treasures are uncovered, lost, and sometimes swallowed by the very depths that hold them. The abyssal plain, with all its life forms, geological wonders, and hidden treasures, is a place of infinite mystery. As we explore these deep, dark regions, we are reminded that the ocean is a realm of both creation and destruction. a place where new life can thrive in the harshest conditions and where ancient civilizations can be preserved for millennia. It's a world that exists in complete isolation from the surface, and yet it holds the key to understanding not only the ocean, but the history of our planet itself. As we journey deeper into the abyss, let's explore a fascinating and little-known aspect of the ocean: its ability to act as a living archive, preserving not just ancient civilizations or strange creatures, but also the very nature of the Earth itself. The ocean is far more than just a vast body of water. It is a dynamic force that has shaped the planet in ways we are only beginning to understand. Beneath the surface lies a treasure trove of geological history hidden in the form of submarine canyons, massive underwater valleys that carve through the ocean floor, holding the record of Earth's past in their depths. These submarine canyons, which can stretch for hundreds of kilometers and dive thousands of meters deep, are some of the most fascinating and least understood features of the ocean. They are often formed by the powerful force of underwater rivers, which over millions of years have carved out these massive chasms in the seabed. The largest of these canyons is the Monterey Canyon, located off the coast of California. It plunges more than 3,000 meters below the surface, making it deeper than the Grand Canyon. These canyons are like geological time capsules, preserving the layers of the Earth's history from ancient sediments to the remnants of prehistoric life forms. What makes submarine canyons so intriguing is not just their size, but the fact that they act as pathways for ocean currents, allowing nutrients to flow into otherwise isolated regions of the ocean. These canyons create unique ecosystems that are teeming with life, particularly in the deep-sea trenches and valleys that run along the canyon floor. Some of the most bizarre and alien creatures ever discovered have been found in these canyon ecosystems. Species of fish with bioluminescent skin crabs that walk on the canyon's steep walls, and deep-sea creatures that have never been observed before, all thrive in these isolated, nutrient-rich environments. But the real mystery of these canyons lies in what they might be hiding beneath the sediment. As scientists continue to explore these underwater chasms, they are discovering that the canyons may hold the key to understanding Earth's ancient climate. The sediments that have built up over millions of years contain valuable information about the planet's temperature, the movement of tectonic plates, and even the history of life itself. It's in these layers of sediment that scientists are finding clues to past climate changes, ancient species that have long since gone extinct, and even evidence of past volcanic eruptions and earthquakes that have shaped the ocean floor. In some cases, these submarine canyons may hold the key to understanding the origins of life on Earth. Certain geological formations in these canyons suggest that conditions in the early ocean were drastically different from those we see today. The discovery of ancient fossilized organisms deep beneath the ocean's surface offers a glimpse into the very beginning of life itself. Some scientists believe that the deep-sea vents found in these canyons could have provided the ideal environment for the first life forms to evolve billions of years ago. If this theory is true, then the canyons might not only hold the history of Earth's geological past, but also the story of how life itself began. But there's another layer of mystery that surrounds these submarine canyons: the possibility that they are hiding something even more profound beneath their depths. For decades, there have been rumors and speculation about hidden objects and ancient artifacts found in these underwater valleys. Some believe that these canyons could hold the remains of ships lost to history, possibly even the fabled Noah's Ark or the treasure ships of ancient empires. While these theories remain unproven, the idea that the ocean may hold relics of lost civilizations continues to fuel our curiosity. The canyons, with their dark, isolated depths, could be holding on to these artifacts, preserving them for future generations to discover. Even more intriguing are the potential geological formations that might be hidden deep within these canyons. There are some that speculate that the canyons could be hiding underwater structures, remnants of ancient submerged cities, or even alien technology that have been preserved for millennia. While this might sound like the stuff of science fiction, the ocean has long been a place where strange and unexpected discoveries are made, and it's not beyond the realm of possibility that the canyons could hold secrets that challenge everything we know about history, technology, and life itself. What makes the exploration of submarine canyons so captivating is the fact that despite all our advancements in underwater exploration, much of the ocean remains a mystery. The deep-sea regions, including the canyons, are still largely unexplored, and every dive into these dark waters uncovers new questions. The ocean, in its vastness and depth, continues to keep its secrets revealing just enough to keep us intrigued, but always just out of reach. As we continue to explore the ocean's canyons, we begin to realize that we are only scratching the surface of what lies beneath. The mysteries of the deep remain elusive, hidden beneath layers of water rock and sediment. But with every discovery, we take one step closer to understanding the true nature of our planet and the role the ocean plays in shaping the world we live in. The canyons, with their ancient layers and hidden wonders, remind us that the ocean is not just a place of mystery, it is a living record of the Earth's history, a place where the past, present, and future collide in ways we are only beginning to understand. As we move deeper into the heart of the ocean, we begin to encounter some of the most peculiar and baffling phenomena that have long perplexed scientists, explorers, and adventurers alike. The ocean is a place of constant motion, constantly reshaping itself, its currents, and its very ecosystems. But some of the phenomena that occur beneath the waves seem to defy even our most advanced understanding of natural forces. One of these mysterious occurrences is the phenomenon of underwater paleochannels, ancient riverbeds and pathways that once carried fresh water, now hidden beneath layers of salt water and sediment. Imagine this: miles of underwater rivers that once flowed across the seafloor, cutting deep channels through the ocean floor like rivers on land. These paleochannels are remnants of a time when sea levels were much lower before the last ice age, when ancient rivers and lakes connected vast regions of the Earth that are now submerged. As the sea levels rose, these once familiar landscapes were slowly submerged, their rivers and valleys preserved beneath the ocean's surface. Some of these paleochannels are now home to unique ecosystems with species that live only in these ancient, isolated pockets of water. Others hold secrets of a distant past, preserved in the form of fossilized remains of plants, animals, and early human tools that once existed in these now submerged environments. One of the most remarkable discoveries in recent years involves the exploration of the Norwegian shelf, where scientists uncovered a massive underwater river system that once flowed across what is now the floor of the North Sea. These ancient rivers carved deep channels into the seafloor, and their remains are preserved in a way that has allowed scientists to study ancient Earth climates, migration patterns, and the landscape of a long-lost world. What makes these paleochannels so fascinating is that they give us a glimpse into Earth's past, providing clues to how life may have existed when the oceans were much different and much smaller. These ancient waterways don't just offer us insight into geological history, they also reveal the incredible adaptability of life. Some of these submerged channels are still home to ancient ecosystems cut off from the world above for thousands of years. In one of these paleochannels, located off the coast of the United Kingdom, divers discovered a thriving ecosystem that survived in isolation from the rest of the ocean for millennia. The organisms living in these underwater rivers have evolved in ways that are radically different from those found in the open ocean. It's as if these ancient waters have become their own microcosms, a snapshot of life as it was long before humans began exploring the seas. However, not all paleochannels are so benign. In some regions, these ancient rivers have become incredibly dangerous to modern explorers. The Gulf of Mexico is one such place where ancient paleochannels, now flooded with water, have become home to massive underwater caverns and unstable geological formations. In these regions, the channels are often surrounded by powerful currents, sudden drops in pressure, and unpredictable underwater terrain. These treacherous conditions make exploring the paleochannels a dangerous endeavor. Despite this, the challenge of exploring these ancient underwater rivers has proven irresistible to many adventurers, and new technologies are being developed to explore these secretive underwater landscapes in greater detail. Yet, beyond the incredible beauty and mystery of the paleochannels, there's a darker side to these underwater rivers. Some scientists believe that they may hold the key to understanding past climate events and human migration. In particular, some researchers suggest that the flooding of these ancient river systems, caused by rising sea levels, could have played a pivotal role in shaping human history. Could the floodwaters that swallowed these ancient lands have driven early humans to migrate, leading to the spread of civilization across the globe? Did these ancient rivers once provide vital resources to early human communities? And what impact did their submersion have on the cultures that relied on them? The submerged rivers could also provide important clues about Earth's ancient climate. As water from the melting ice caps flooded the land, it not only reshaped the landscape, but also changed the planet's climate, creating the conditions for the world we live in today. These changes, which are recorded in the layers of sediment in the paleochannels, could offer us a window into how our planet has evolved over millions of years. What can these ancient riverbeds teach us about the rise and fall of ancient civilizations, the warming of the Earth, or the global environmental changes we face today? In a world where climate change is an ever-present concern, the ocean's ancient channels might hold the answers to some of the most pressing questions of our time. But as fascinating as these underwater rivers are, they are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the mysteries hidden beneath the waves. The ocean, vast and incomprehensible, is still full of secrets that we can't even begin to understand. Each discovery we make, each new phenomenon we uncover leads to more questions than answers. There are places in the ocean where time stands still, where the forces of nature have shaped the world in ways that defy our imagination. And as we continue to explore, we realize that the ocean is not just a passive observer of our world. It is a living, breathing entity, a force that is constantly shaping and reshaping the Earth. The more we explore, the more we realize that the ocean's mysteries are not just things to be uncovered, but things to be understood. Each layer of sediment, each current, each deep-sea trench holds a piece of a puzzle that stretches back millions of years. And as long as we continue to explore, we will keep uncovering its secrets, learning about the past, and discovering how the ocean has shaped the world we live in today. The ocean, vast and unfathomable, will always be there, keeping its secrets, but offering them up slowly, one discovery at a time. As we reach the final depths of our exploration, we begin to realize that the ocean is far more than just an ancient, mysterious landscape. It is in many ways a living, breathing entity, constantly changing, evolving, and holding within it a wealth of knowledge that we have yet to fully grasp. The deeper we go, the more we understand that the ocean's mysteries are not just about what we discover beneath the waves. They are about the questions we have yet to ask, the things we have yet to comprehend. The ocean, with its endless expanse and seemingly infinite secrets, challenges us to look beyond what we know and to think about what might still be waiting for us out there. In many ways, the ocean is like a time capsule, preserving ancient histories and ancient life forms, keeping them hidden until we are ready to uncover them. Fossils of creatures that lived millions of years ago, ruins of lost civilizations, and ecosystems that have evolved in isolation. All of these secrets lie waiting to be discovered, hidden beneath the surface of the water. But there's more to the ocean than just what it holds. It's also a reflection of our past, present, and future. The ocean is connected to every aspect of life on Earth, from the air we breathe to the food we eat. And as we learn more about it, we begin to understand just how intertwined our existence is with the vast waters that cover the planet. One of the most profound realizations we come to during our exploration is the critical role the ocean plays in regulating life on Earth. The ocean absorbs vast amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, helping to regulate the Earth's climate and temperature. It produces more than half of the oxygen we breathe, and it's home to an astonishing diversity of species, many of which are still unknown to us. Without the ocean, life on Earth as we know it would be impossible. And yet, despite its importance, the ocean is under threat from human activity in ways that we may not fully understand. Overfishing, pollution, climate change, and habitat destruction are all taking a toll on the ocean's delicate balance, threatening the ecosystems that depend on it for survival. But the ocean is not just a place of mystery and beauty, it is also a place of incredible power. From its violent storms and giant waves to its deep, dark trenches and shifting currents, the ocean is capable of shaping the world in ways that we can't predict. Just as the ocean holds the secrets of our past, it also holds the power to shape our future. As we continue to explore its depths, we are reminded that we are only a small part of the vast, interconnected world that exists beneath the surface. The ocean is not something to be conquered or understood in a single lifetime. It is something to be respected, protected, and studied for generations to come. One of the most important lessons we can learn from the ocean is the power of exploration itself. The more we explore, the more we discover about the world, about life, and about ourselves. The ocean has the ability to push us to our limits, to challenge our understanding of the world, and to inspire us to think in new and innovative ways. Every new discovery opens up new possibilities, and every question leads to a deeper understanding of the mysteries that lie beneath. The ocean teaches us that there is always more to learn, always more to discover, and always more to wonder about. As we reach the end of our journey, we realize that the ocean's greatest mystery is not its depths or its creatures, but its ability to inspire curiosity and wonder in all who seek to understand it. The ocean is an ever-present reminder that the world is far more complex and fascinating than we can ever imagine. It is a place of discovery, of exploration, and of infinite possibility. The more we know, the more we realize how much we still don't know. And that in itself is the greatest mystery of all. The ocean will continue to shape our planet, continue to provide for us, and continue to keep its secrets hidden. But for those brave enough to explore it, the ocean will always be a place of discovery, where the questions never end, and the answers are just waiting to be uncovered, one dive at a time. And so our journey into the deep ocean comes to an end, but the mysteries of the ocean will remain inspiring us to keep searching, to keep questioning, and to keep diving deeper into the unknown. And so, as we reach the surface and the journey comes to an end, we are left with more questions than answers, just as we always have been. The ocean, with all its vastness and mystery, will never cease to amaze us. Each discovery, each secret uncovered only deepens the mystery of what lies beneath the waves. We have explored the dark, silent trenches, witnessed the incredible creatures that thrive in isolation, and touched on the ancient civilizations lost to time, hidden beneath the ocean's depths. Yet for all the wonders we've uncovered, there is still so much more to learn. The ocean is vast, uncharted, and endlessly captivating, reminding us of how much we don't know about the world around us. As we return to the surface, it's clear that the ocean is more than just a place. It's a living, breathing entity that shapes our world, our climate, and our very existence. It's a place where science meets mystery, where life and death, creation and destruction coexist in perfect harmony. It's a world of endless possibility, a world that holds the key to understanding our past, our future, and perhaps even the possibility of life beyond Earth. So as we continue to explore and study the ocean, let us never forget the lessons it teaches us. The ocean reminds us that there is always more to discover, more to question, and more to understand. It challenges us to push the boundaries of what we know, to embrace the unknown, and to keep seeking answers in the deepest, darkest places of our planet. The ocean, in all its mystery and grandeur, will always be there, waiting for the next curious soul to take the plunge, to uncover its secrets, and to keep exploring the wonders it holds.